from WSLS. This is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, notice the empty storefronts all over downtown Roanoke? We're working for you to find out how serious this is and what's being done to turn things around.
Then, layoffs at the Roanoke Diversity Center leave it with no staff and only volunteers. What funding cuts mean for the communities they serve.
And Patrick County gets desperately needed health care relief amid cuts to rural hospitals. Good evening. I'm John Carlin.
And I'm Rachel Lucas.
Well, if you've gone through downtown Roanoke lately, you may have noticed there's a lot of empty storefronts, for lease signs in the windows, very common sight.
It is, and 10 News reporter Bella Walser is live tonight in downtown Roanoke. She's working for you to dig into why so many businesses are closing and what's being done to turn things around. Bella?
Yeah, I'm standing in front of what used to be Unleashed, a dog store that sold goodies, now have their doors permanently closed. Now, this is just one of the many vacant storefronts that are raising questions about the future of downtown.
So there's a lot of habitually empty storefronts.
Keith and his wife have owned a deli shop downtown for the past 15 years, and they've seen a lot of change over the years.
The long-term businesses, yeah, they're all retiring. They're getting out of the game. So that's what a lot of this is from. There's just no value for somebody coming in to take over a pre-existing business and open up, try to run that, because it's not working anymore.
Many business owners are saying the foot traffic is simply not what it once was.
Lack of visibility, lack of direction, lack of foot traffic. I mean, I don't think anybody's walked by in the past 10 minutes out there since we've been talking.
And there's a lot more that business owners believe play into less foot traffic, like parking, the unhoused population, and the regular struggles of being a small business owner in a struggling economy. Roanoke City Mayor says many store vacancies already have plans for what's next, and they're doing what they can to turn things around.
So there's a lot of exciting things happening with parking. We just finished a parking study. We had a consultant in. A lot of people responded to the online survey. We had some public meetings, so I think we're in the gathering data phase of that.
On top of parking, the city has a new city position, a tourism specialist, to support the local economy.
Well, I think it will give us some added expertise, really highlighting our small businesses that include retail, that include restaurants.
Getting people back down here is the biggest challenge there is. Yeah, there goes a person now. That's one.
For business owners that are still here, they're hoping that those changes, from parking to tourism, will help bring these empty spaces back to life. In Roanoke, I'm Bella Walser, 10 News, working for you.
Thank you, Bella. New at 6 tonight, Governor-elect Spanberger announced Brad Creasy as the executive director of the Virginia Department of Fire Programs, and he's a local hero. Creasy began his career with the Bedford Volunteer Fire Department before becoming a career firefighter with the Roanoke EMS Department. He served in Roanoke City for 21 years before becoming the fire chief for the town of Bedford for 15 years.
New at 6 tonight, a big break. Lynchburg police say today they finally apprehended the murder suspect they've been searching for since last month. John Sneed was arrested for the homicide of 52-year-old David Vaughter Jr. from Lynchburg. What started as an argument on Cable Avenue ended with deadly gunfire. Police charged Sneed with second-degree murder, brandishing a firearm, and other charges. This is a developing story, and we'll stay on top of it for you.
Well, we had a cold start to the year. Things are warming up quickly. And, it was probably warmer than it looked like wherever you were today, because it was kind of gray.
Yeah.
But the temperature wasn't all that bad.
Yeah.
So,
it started out feeling like a Monday, but look at that live look there from Ferrum College. We got a gorgeous sunset there.
Nice to see the day's getting longer too, huh?
Yes, exactly.
Little by little, we'll take what we can get at this point, right? I want to show you the regional view, and you'll notice that we do have snow well north of us. We're talking towards New England. Don't worry about them. They're going to stay well north of us, so snow showers. High pressure is building in from the west, and that means for us we're going to have some pretty quiet weather days ahead, including this evening. Now, this evening, we'll call it partly to at times mostly cloudy. You saw in Ferrum, you're seeing some breaks in the clouds. Many of us seeing breaks in the clouds right now, but you're also look up to the sky and see some cloud cover around as well. Temperatures will fall into the lower 40s by 9. Eventually, lows tonight will fall into the 30s, but highs tomorrow bounce back nicely. Lower 60s tomorrow, way above average for us here on Tuesday. And tomorrow we'll call it partly sunny. It is going to be a warm day. It is going to be a dry day for us. Winds may pick up a touch for us later tomorrow afternoon. And as we look ahead for the next 5 days, if you want warmth, we got that for you all the way through Saturday. Highs through Saturday ranging between about 60 and 66. Beyond Saturday, we should cool down again, though. Back to you.
Thank you, Jeff. Well, the man whose family name adorns every Sheetz convenience store and gas station has died. Steve Sheetz was the former president and CEO and chairman of the board at Sheetz. His brother Bob founded the company back in 1952. Steve then succeeded him in 1984. We're told Steve Sheetz died last night at his home in Pennsylvania. He was 77. Our thoughts are with his family and his many employees and customers.
The Roanoke Diversity Center just had to lay off its staff of 2, including a man who's been there from the very beginning. This happened as Virginia's new governor picks a new DEI director. 10 News reporter Jalen Stubbs has the story.
It is heartbreaking. I've been with the center since 2012, and in one capacity or another, and I do consider it my baby.
Bernard Alvarez posted on Facebook that federal funding cuts forced the center to make some tough decisions, including letting staff go. Alvarez has been with the center from the very start, first on the board, then as president, and most recently managing the facilities. Alvarez is urging everyone who can keep donating because the work matters. Not just for the community, but for the kids who count on it.
Hopefully there are some kind of loopholes that we can use, but I do believe it's very important that especially the people who support our community provide private donations and keep the center doors open.
You know, we've had quite a bit of a hard time accessing federal or federally funded grants due to the fact that our organization's name includes the word diversity and what our mission stands for.
But Katie Lewis also says that they continue every day with fundraising and still have tons of programs to support the community. Roanoke's mayor tells 10 News that diversity, equity, and inclusion are vital for the community as well. He says the layoffs are about funding, not policy.
And like many of our nonprofit organizations who work in the field of diversity, equity, and inclusion, now is a really important time to support them as a volunteer, with funding.
In Roanoke, I'm Jalen Stubbs, 10 News, working for you.
The cuts at Roanoke's Diversity Center came just days after the governor-elect's appointment of Virginia's next chief diversity officer. Dr. Shisha Joy Moon will also serve as the Commonwealth's Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
And after going without a hospital for years, Patrick County finally has one. This comes amid widespread funding cuts to rural hospitals both here and all across the country. It took a year of renovations, cost millions of dollars, but you can see now pictures of the old building on your screen. And tonight, after being abandoned for so long, the building is now serving patients who, until now, had to drive miles for health care. 10 News reporter Ethan Ellis working for you to show you all the new hospital has to offer.
What you see behind me here is the result of a more than $15 million year-long project to finally bring a hospital back to the county for the first time in almost a decade, allowing residents to finally breathe a sigh of relief.
It's very exciting. It really is. For so long we were without a hospital.
Bratton Health, a Tennessee-based company on a mission to revive rural hospitals, stepped in to reopen Stewart Community Hospital after buying the facility in late 2024, reviving it in less than a year. Officials say they had to replace the HVAC system, roof, and sewer and water lines.
It was not the worst condition of a hospital that we've been in. We've seen a lot that were incredibly challenging, and a lot of credit goes to the community here for keeping the lights on.
The hospital was last occupied in 2017 when it was called Piedmont Community Hospital. The company declared bankruptcy, and since then, other attempts to open it have failed.
The community kept on getting burned by these owners that were coming in saying that the hospital was going to open and then never opening the hospital. Well, this time we actually made it happen.
And many officials credited this as a bipartisan effort, as lawmakers on both sides of the aisle in Richmond fought to keep the hospital licensed ahead of its opening. In Patrick County, Ethan Ellis, 10 News, working for you.
All aboard for Rails with Trails. The Virginia Museum of Transportation backs a plan to revive a historic rail line.
And we will tell you how this could bring exciting excursions to the Shenandoah Valley. That's coming up.